Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. So today I'm back from another blog. I'm finally back. It took a while to come back. I've been so behind my schedule recently, been so busy and playing Animal Crossing as well, to the point that I keep forgetting to blog. But here I am now, and today I'm going to be doing a blog on accepting myself for being autistic and why I decided to start doing an Instagram autism page. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content. So I was first diagnosed with autism when I was 11, and it took me about 4 years for me to at least accept myself in some kind of way. Before then, I was just like, no, I don't want to be autistic. I hate this. So it took me a while to come to terms with it and accept it. Basically, especially when I became a teenager in my second year of high school, I felt completely ashamed to be autistic. I hate the way I was, the things I did and everything. So I decided in second year I'm going to mask my autism. Well, I didn't know it was called masking at that point, but yeah. I decided I was gonna hide my autism and try and act like the other popular girls just so I can make friends. I really want to fit in with the popular girls and be popular and cool and everything, so I tried to fit in with them, and I denied support whenever I could so no one would ever see me and learn support, and I would basically just try and pretend autism just didn't exist for me, that I wasn't autistic and that I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to be autistic, so I did everything I could to be just like all the other girls so that I could be them, just so I can make more friends. I felt like I wasn't making friends easily, so I was trying to find ways to be like them. So I'd trouble around, misbehave, do things that the popular girls did, be mischievous and all that to try and get attention, but obviously in the wrong way because it didn't really work out. S3 in particular was a really tough year for me because it's a year of me trying to figure out who I was as a person and why I did the things I did when I was in S2. I decided I don't want to be fitting with the other girls anymore. It's not working out. I just want to be me because more people like me than being me. So I was trying to figure out who I was, and that took ages. So I spent a lot of time alone in third year just to figure that out. So it was a really tough and quite isolating year for me. And because in second year I got into so much trouble and so bothered, I didn't want to be that way. Some of the things I came up with just weren't me. Were just they sound like horrible comments, and it's not me. For example, I said to one of the teachers, "I don't care about my education. I don't want to be here," and that's not something I'd usually come out with. And even some of the things I was doing, it was I had an attitude problem, even though I don't have that. But I was putting it on to try and get friendly with the other girls. But I realized that this personality wouldn't even get me far in life. I need to have I just need to be me, because the personality I had before then was great as it was, and I don't know why I changed it, but I just felt ashamed of my autism quirks. I tried to hide it as much as I could. So in third year, I didn't want to be that way anymore. I want to be the person I was. I want to be me. So I tried to figure it out and come to terms with it. In S4, I eventually came out as being autistic online. I put up an autism post on Autism Acceptance Month about my autism and how it affects me and all that. And so I started to mask less, but even then I still mask my traits. But I was in certain situations where I felt like I had to be cool and non-autistic and all that. So, but I did start to unmask, and it was like a stepping stone to unmasking. So I did start to be me a bit more, but I was finding it hard at times, obviously, because it's not just gonna happen overnight that you accept your autism. You got to take time to get up there, and so that fourth year was the first step to that, and then I just accepted myself more and more as it went on, basically. But I remember my first year of college. At the end of high school, I thought I had it. I thought I stopped masking. I thought I started being me, and that was it. But no, as soon as I started college, I didn't want to get help or anything. So I thought, oh, if I get help, they may treat me wrongly. They may not treat me right and all that. And I started to overthink it and everything. I didn't want all the people around me thinking I was uncool and I wouldn't have fun or anything. So I just decided to pretend I wasn't autistic. And obviously this did damage in the long run, because I wasn't being me. I was acting like I was just a neurotypical, and that's not me. Autism is part of me, and I autism is part of who I am, and I shouldn't let pretend I'm not autistic. So it's just not right. So when lockdown came around, I thought I need to unmask my autism again. I can't keep going into this trap. So now I feel like it's the time that I finally stopped unmasking and that I'm being myself around everyone. I was at one of my friend's birthdays a few weeks ago, and I met a couple of new people, and I acted completely myself around them, and it felt really good because I don't usually do that with brand new people, but I'm starting to really be myself around brand new people, and it feels really good, and it just feels a lot better, and it's better for my mental health and just everything. feel now is the time to come out as being autistic, because I feel like just following all these amazing autism Instagram pages and autism TikTok pages really got me to open up, because I thought, wow, there's so many people on these pages who are proud to be autistic, who are looking at the positives, obviously look at the struggles as well, they look at all sorts of different things, but they're looking at how being autism doesn't stop you having a good life, how you can be you, and like autism does no damage, like it's just a part of who you are and you shouldn't be ashamed of it. And when I saw all these posts, it really inspired me to the point where I was like, I really should make an actual Instagram account on being autistic. And it's great because now I can spread awareness, I can educate others on autism, and I can just help in so many ways. Like the more platforms on autism, the better, and hopefully people will actually start to become more educated on it. Because I feel like there's still too much ableism in the world, and people are still not accepting it. Like people, like kids getting excluded from meltdowns, or autistic people talking about their autism and people not taking it seriously and thinking that it's something else. But the thing is, if a neurotypical talks about a problem about an autistic, they take that seriously, you know. But it should be the other way around. They should also take autistic seriously as well and actually listen to us. So things like that. And obviously, some people still use the R word against us, which is totally inappropriate. So there's still loads of ableism around, but hopefully having all these autism accounts will eventually get rid of it and everyone will start to be more accepting. Obviously, there'll still be the odd mean person in the world, but hopefully there'll be a lot more nicer people and a lot more acceptance as we go further through the years. Well, I'm hoping anyway. So for those of you who are like struggling to like accept yourself or don't know who you are all and just can't figure it out, well, I actually discovered a song a few weeks ago, funny enough, on this topic. Funny how I was going to do a video on this and I discovered a song on it. Basically, well, not discovered it, I kind of just saw it on the pages, but anyway. Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? Don't listen to me, right? Anyway. I discovered a song called Deep Fake by Brendan Murray, and it's absolutely amazing. And I think it just really relates to my life. Like, I used to mask myself all the time to the point that I was really faking myself. It's basically about taking advice from the wrong people, not being you, just doing things that are not you, basically. That's basically what it's on. And that was so me. I'd take advice off everyone. I'd say, oh, I have to take advice off that, and take advice off that. What happened with that advice basically was that I ended up doing things I didn't want to do. Like, for example, in drama and S5, the teacher advised that I should do props. I didn't have to take that advice, it was just advice. But I thought I had to take the advice. I said, yeah, I'll do props. Then I didn't do very well in it. Well, I did the acting, since I had the experience before behind me, I could have done well in that. So I think sometimes you need to know when to stand up for yourself. And that's part of what the song's about. And obviously from Brendan's point of view, it's how he like took the wrong advice from people in the music industry, how he faked himself in it, and a lot of people fake themselves in the music industry. An example is Britney Spears, and we know everything that's happened to Britney Spears at the moment. It's genuinely awful, and I really feel for her because I love Britney. I think she's incredible. But what I heard was that apparently half of the songs that Britney has sang, it wasn't even her real singing. They told her to sing in a certain way just so she'd fit in the music industry, which I think is absolutely disgusting. And I feel like that song really relates to a lot of famous people, and it really relates to a lot of people who are just in school, like getting pressured by peers and all that. So I think Brendan made such a brave move to come out with a song like that. And it made me really respect him as an artist as well, because like a lot of people when they do songs right nowadays, just like constant swearing or just no meaning behind it at all. Or they just sing love songs. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind love songs. I like some love songs, but they get overdone, if you see what I mean. I quite like how he's come out with something brand new and fresh, like something not really any artist has done before. And that's what makes you stand out as a singer, when you do something different. So I really admire him for that, and I think the song is just going to help so many people. So yeah, it was a fantastic song, and I really recommend you have a little listen to it if you're like at a point in your life where you're thinking, I don't know who I am. Who am I? Well, Brandon describes it perfectly through a song. It's more from his experience, like his perspectives, but you can kind of, but I can still feel how it was for me, if you see what I mean. Like if I wrote a song that Brandon did, I'd write in my own way. I'd write about how I mastered my autism, how I wasn't being me throughout school. It wouldn't be anything to do with the music industry because I've never been in the music industry. But so it'd be from a different point of view. But I can still relate to it because there's a lot of meaning behind it, even though it has nothing to do with autism and masking. It's got that meaning behind it of not being you and taking advice from the wrong people, which is the things I used to do when I was younger. So I find it very relatable. To the point it did actually make me quite emotional. Like, I do get emotional by music, I do, but like that one really impacted me. I listened to it about 10 times in a row because I was just taking in the lyrics and everything. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, I could just play this on repeat. Well, obviously I'm not going to play it like, every day because you get sick of it, but yeah, I did play on repeat so I can like just take it in, and yeah, it was really good. Great song, yeah. But you're faking yourself, check it out. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling on a bit, but what I'm going to say is like that's pretty much my story on me masking myself, my autism, and how I'm being myself now. Whenever I'm out in public now, I don't put a mask on anymore. I'm always me. I'm always just myself, no matter what. So, question time. Do you feel like you fake yourself quite a lot? And if so, how do you think you can untrap from faking yourself? Or how do you think you can stop that? Well, my advice is think about the things you do when you're in school, work, uni, or whatever it is, and maybe like write down the things that you do. Then think to yourself, is this really me? Is this what I want to do? Like, for example, if you're drinking alcohol just because your friends are, but you're not really into it, you think to yourself, do I really want to do that? Does that really mean? You can just say, okay, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol because that's not me. I don't want to do that. I'm just being peer pressured. Or, for example, if you're acting a certain way, like, for example, if you're going around with a bad attitude like I was and trying to act popular and all that, you say to yourself, is that me? Like, no. Me, the type of person I am is I'm really nice, I'm really kind, I help others, I go out of my way to help others, I, I, I stim when I'm in Poglet a lot, I flap my hands, I go crazy, I'm a hyper person, I like to have a laugh with people, I like to be funny, I like to be crazy, like that for example, that's just me, but like, but just write down the things that you think you're faking and how you can change that, and just like take some time alone to figure it out. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen overnight. That's what I'm going to tell you now. But trust me on this. Eventually, you'll figure out who you are as a person, and you'll be proud of who you are as a person. The quicker you get to the fakes of your personality, the better it is, because then you can work out how to become yourself again and how to get out of that before it's too late to the point that you feel like you're trapped in your with your fakeness and you don't know who you are at all anymore. Like, you want to know who you are as a person, because that's important, because people want you to be yourself. People will like you for who you are. Like, they don't want you to be someone else, or else people will find that really off-putting. So it's best to try and work around it. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching my blog. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah, I'm very, very happy that I can be myself now and do lots of new autism posts. I'm really excited to write my new autism post. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I've just been like so busy with other things the past few days and not really got around to it. But I'll try and get my next post up as soon as possible. The communication post someone out the voting poll, so I'll be doing that one next. So yeah, but anyway, hope you guys enjoy this. Bye for now. And there'll be another fun blog out next week. So yeah, as usual though.